Hello friends, welcome to Royal Academy. So finally science exam is over and I have with me the set 1 of science paper. So let us try to solve this question paper. So here the first question says is that solid calcium oxide reacts with water to form calcium hydroxide, so accompanied by the liberation of heat. So from the information given above, it may be concluded that this reaction. So here it is producing heat, so it has to be exothermic reaction. So let us check the options here. So whether it is endothermic, no. So this cannot be the option. Then there are two options with the exothermic. So these two are eliminated. So it is exothermic and pH of the solution formed is 7. So now whether there is a pH of 7 and last option says is that it is exothermic and pH of the solution formed is more than 7. So more than 7. So means here it is neutral and here it will be basic. So this will be basic type. So let us try to write quickly the reaction. So solid calcium hydroxide is this and it reacts with the water. So it is going to produce calcium hydroxide, so CaOH2, and it is going to liberate lots of heat. So now CaOH2, calcium hydroxide is base. So basic in nature, so therefore this would be the correct option, that it is having more than 7 pH. Okay, so therefore option D is the correct option. Then second question is juice of tamarind turns blue litmus to red. It is because of the presence of an acid called. So we know that the acid present in the tamarind is the tartaric acid. So therefore option C is the correct option. Third question, select from the following a process in which a combination reaction is involved. So black and white photography doesn't involve that combination reaction, so that is incorrect. Then burning of a coal. So burning of coal is nothing but carbon, okay, plus it burns in the presence of oxygen. So basically combustion reaction. So therefore it is going to produce CO2 and also it is going to produce energy or heat. Okay. So therefore combination reaction is nothing but combination of two or more elements to produce a compound. So therefore this is the combination reaction. So whereas burning of methane is exothermic reaction, so it produces lots of heat. Fine. So the fourth question is the oxide which can react with HCl as well as KOH to give corresponding salt and water use. So oxide means here basically we are talking about metal oxides. So we know that there are two exceptions, two metal oxides that will react both with the acid as well as the base. So those two metal oxides are aluminum oxide and zinc oxide. So here in the option you just check for them. So they have given aluminum oxide. So this aluminum oxide is going to react with both acid and that basic solution. Okay. So then fifth question is consider the following cases. CaSO4 plus Al gives what? CuSO4 plus Ca gives what? FeSO4 plus Cu gives what? And ZnSO4 plus magnesium gives what? So here basically they have given the metal, salt and metal. So in all the four reactions, so this is basically for the displacement type of reaction. So we know that for the displacement to happen, so we have to check the reactivity, the position of the metals in the reactivity series. So depending upon their position, whether that displacement will happen or not, we can decide. So here I have just written for the reference the reactivity series of the metal. So let us check the first one. So here metal is Ca and here it is aluminum. So Ca will be at the higher position than the aluminum. So therefore there is no displacement reaction. So therefore this is not correct. Then CuSO4 plus Ca. So Cu is at bottom as compared to Ca. So therefore Ca is going to displace Cu to form CaSO4. So therefore this reaction takes place. Okay. So this whatever CaSO4 plus Cu. Displacement reaction will take place. Then third option is FeSO4 plus Cu. Again you check Fe and Cu. So Fe is at the higher position than Cu, so there won't be any reaction that is taking place here. Then next we check the Zn and magnesium. So zinc is at the lower position than the magnesium, therefore magnesium is going to displace zinc. So therefore it is going to form the magnesium sulfate and here it will be magnesium sulfate and zinc will be displaced. So therefore this is also correct. So therefore both the reactions B and D are going to be displacement reaction. Therefore B and D is option D. So this will be the correct option. Fine. Let us check the sixth question. So here identify the correct statement about the following reaction. So here they have given one reaction 2H2S plus SO2 equal to 2H2O plus S. So here we have to check what exactly is happening. So H2S is oxidizing agent and SO2 is reducing agent. So this is basically for the oxidizing and reducing. So we should know that. So oxidization happens when the oxygen is added to reactant, and reduction happens when the hydrogen is added to a reactant or oxygen is removed. So let us check what exactly is happening here. So SO2 is adding oxygen, so therefore SO2 will act as the oxidizing agent. So let us check where that option is. So SO2 is a oxidizing agent, and therefore H2S is giving up its hydrogen, so therefore it is reducing agent. So therefore here option C will be the correct option. Fine. So then consider the following statement about the homologous series of carbon compounds. So all succeeding members differ by CH2, so this is correct. Then melting point and boiling point increases with increase in molecular mass, that is also correct. Okay, then the difference in the molecular masses between two successive members is 16U. No, it is not 16U. So this is going to be here 12 plus 2 into 1, it is going to be 14U. So therefore this is not correct. So C2H2 and C3H4 are not the successive members of alkyne series. Okay, so which is also not correct because that is the correct one. Therefore, here we have the A and B. So A and B are present in the option number A. So that is the correct option. Then the 8th question: which of the following statements are true about human heart? True about human heart. So right atrium receives oxygenated blood from the lungs through pulmonary artery. Then oxygenated blood from the lungs through pulmonary artery. So that is not correct. Okay, so that is not correct here. Then left atrium transfers oxygenated blood to left ventricle. So which is correct? Left atrium transfers the oxygenated. Actually left atrium receives the oxygenated blood. So therefore it transfers it to the left ventricle, which sends it to the various parts of the body. So this is correct. Then right atrium receives deoxygenated blood through vena cava from upper and lower body. So this is also correct. Okay, so right atrium receives deoxygenated blood. Then left atrium transfers oxygenated blood to aorta. So here actually atrium does not transfer, so therefore this is not the correct. Okay, so it can only transfer to ventricle, it cannot transfer into the aorta or any other artery. So therefore this is not correct. So B and C. So option C is the correct option. Okay. The 9th question: select out of the following gland which does not occur as a pair in the human body. So pituitary gland is a single one only, ovaries are 2, testes are 2, and adrenal glands are also 2, each one on kidney. Okay. So in human respiratory system, when a person breathes in, the position of ribs and diaphragm will be. So this is a very simple question, so you can just experience yourself while answering this question. So when you inhale, what exactly happens is, so ribs are like they will become lifted up, and therefore the lower section will go flattened. So therefore that would be the option. So the diaphragm will become flattened and ribs will be lifted up. So that is lifted ribs and flattened diaphragm is option B. Okay. Then identify the modes of asexual reproduction in the following organisms. So in this, which mode of asexual reproduction is used? Fragmentation, multiple fission, budding, and binary fission. So we know that it can reproduce by using regeneration and budding. So therefore budding would be the correct option. And 12th question: so a cross made between two pea plants produces 50% tall and 50% short pea plants. The gene combination of the parental pea plants must be. So here 50% and 50% tall and 50% short is required. So if you take here combination as, so the third combination would be the most appropriate, because if you check here, so T, T and T, T. So this would be T and T, capital T and T. So here small t, small t, small t, small t. So this is 50-50. So this is 50-50. So therefore this is the correct option. Okay. The because here for the dominance gene, so this will be tall, this will be recessive genes, so both must be present. Therefore, that is the only possibility. So 13th question is, consider the following statements in the context of human eye. The diameter of the human eyeball is about 2.3 cm, correct, as per NCERT. The iris is a dark muscular diaphragm that controls the size of the pupil, which is also correct. Then most of the refraction for the light rays entering the eye occurs at the crystalline lens. No, it occurs at the cornea. This is wrong. Then while focusing on the objects at different distances, the distance between the crystalline lens and the retina is adjusted by ciliary muscle. No, this is not the correct one. Okay, so therefore we have A and B as the correct. So option A is the correct one. So the maximum resistance of a network of 5 identical resistance of 1/5 ohm is. So here we know that for maximum we need to connect in the series. So when you connect them in the series, that too of 5. So here 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5. So that would be the total series resistance. So here if you take this all, so this is nothing but 5 times 1/5, which is equal to 1 ohm. So 1 ohm is the correct option. Then study the IV graph, current versus voltage graph for the 3 resistances R1, R2 and R3. Select the correct statement from the following. So here you need to understand the relationship between the current and the resistance. So I is nothing but V upon R. So which is nothing but I is inversely proportional to R. It means if the current value is low, it means resistance is high. So here current value among these 3 is this. Suppose if you take here I1 value, so this is I1, okay, I2 and I3 value. So now we see that I1 is greater than I2 and I2 is greater than I3. Therefore exactly opposite will happen for the resistance. So R3 should be the greater, R3 will be the greater than R2 and then R1. So that would be the correct option. So therefore option C is the correct option for 15th question. Then 16th question, strength of magnetic field produced by a current carrying solenoid does not depend upon number of turns in the solenoid. No, it depends on the number of turns, which is correct. The direction of the current flowing through it. So here you see the direction of the current does not affect the magnetic field produced. Okay, so strength of the magnetic field will remain the same. Either the current is moving from this side to that side or that side to this side, the strength is going to remain same if the current magnitude is same. So therefore this cannot be the correct statement. So therefore this option you have to select. So again radius of the solenoid will also decide the strength, then material of the core of the solenoid will also decide the strength of the magnetic field produced. Then from the question number 17 to 20 we have assertion and reasoning type questions, and they have given the options. So both A and R are correct, both A and R are correct, but R is not the correct explanation. Then A is true, R is false, A is false, R is true. Let us check the questions what they have given. So first 17th question here says is that different metals have different reactivities with water and dilute acids, so which is a correct statement. Then extraction of a metal from its ore depends on its position in the reactivity series, so which is also correct statement. Both are correct. So now both are correct, but you have to check whether this reason is necessary for assertion to be true or not. So assertion is independently true in itself, so there is no need of this reason statement here for it to be true. So therefore here option B will be the correct option. So option B would be the correct option. Then 18th question, human female has a perfect pair of sex chromosomes. Okay, so that is correct. 23 pairs. Then the reason sex chromosomes contributed by the human male in the zygote decides the sex of the child, which is also true, this is also true. But whether a reason is necessary for A to be true, no, it does not need this reason to be, this first statement to be true. Therefore again this is option B. The 19th question is myopic eye cannot see distant objects distinctly, which is correct. Which is correct. For the correction of myopic, converging lenses of appropriate power are prescribed by the eye surgeon, which is also correct. And here, therefore, there is a problem with the that converging rays of the object. Therefore, that is the reason why the person is not able to see. Therefore, reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. Therefore, this is option A. Fine. Then 20th question, the deflection of a compass needle placed near a current carrying wire decreases when the magnitude of an electric current in the wire is increased. So which is the deflection of a compass needle placed near a current carrying wire decreases. So here they have given decreases. It cannot decrease, it will increase. So this is false. So here assertion is false. So strength of the magnetic field or the point. So this has to be correct one only. So because that is the only option we have. Assertion false and reason true. So this will be the option. So therefore, friends, so we have seen all the solutions of the 20 questions. I hope it was helpful for you. Thank you, and just look for the next sets solutions also, which are going to be uploaded very soon to you. Thank you.